Hmm. Okay, we're gonna talk about the five elements of creation. This is something I have been deeply immersed in as of late. Is trying to understand the five elements and how to come into balance with the five elements of creation. So the concept of the five elements is very ancient. It's found in ancient Chinese philosophy, in ancient Indian philosophy, and some say four elements, some say five elements, with the fifth element being space. But the common sensus amongst all these really genius ancient folks is that the four elements of creation within this, let's say, this planet are earth, fire, water, and air. And then the fifth element, which is a pretty foundational element because really all these four elements came out of that fifth element, is space. Okay, it's space, right? I mean, we are stardust, and the planet is the result of the sun. Okay, the crust of the earth, the solidity of the earth. It's all elements from the sun and perhaps other stars, but probably mainly the sun. So, and then everything comes out of space, right? Space seems to be the foundational element, which is interesting because we're living in the mind of God. We are in, I mean, this is Brahman, this is consciousness playing out a movie. And this is the movie that is playing out right now, okay? Everything happens in the mind. And so interesting because that is the void so often talked about in Buddhism. This is the no thingness, the void, the pure awareness, right? The darkness, the deep void. And this is likened to space. So it seems that consciousness, as above, so below. So then, because consciousness is throwing all these clues to its true nature in this hide and seek game, when it imagines this thing, it imagines it as coming, all the elements come out of space. Okay, because everything is happening within space, because consciousness is timeless and it is spaceless, but you can think of it as space. Okay, so it's almost like space is it's an indication of the true nature of consciousness. Okay, as far as the dream state and the illusion is concerned, it's sort of a clue. And this is why, if you go outside at night, you look at the stars and you just look at the void. It's the void, and you're filled with not a sense of, oh my god, it's dark and void and empty. No, you're filled with a sense of awe and wonder, and it's a beautiful feeling, right? It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. And that's sort of a clue to the true nature of consciousness that is you. So, out of space, let's talk about the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. Now, the Tibetans, they often say that air is the most powerful element of these four. And I honestly don't know why they say that. But let's talk about fire. Now, fire, you could think of the sun as the element of fire, since the sun is the physical god, the god manifested. It's the god of the solar system. It is, it does represent consciousness also. Consciousness is light also, right? So you have the sun, that's fire, and that's sort of where everything came from, which is, I mean, the sun came from space, and then everything in the planet on earth came from the sun. So you see the connection of everything. It's really beautiful when you see everything so connected. And then out of that fire element, you have the atmosphere, the air element, And then you have the water element, which gives the conditions for life. And then finally, you have the earth element. Okay? And a human being that is going to be in balance, in harmony with the Tao, with the way of things, feeling good, feeling blissful, feeling energetic, is one who comes to realize that they are I mean, you look at your body, right? Your body is made of the earth. It is matter. It is, I mean, just like the earth. It's 70% water, just like the earth. The earth is 73% water, right? And your body's 70 plus. So it's amazing to see that the percentage is almost the same of the water in your body as it is in the earth, because your body is made of the earth, which is made of water. Water is a primary element that is necessary. It's a necessary element for life. And then you have air. Okay, and then you've got all the elements associated in the air, like the oxygen, the carbon dioxide, etc., etc., etc. And that sort of animates life. You can look of air, you know, I might see the logic of the Tibetans saying that air is the most powerful of the four elements, in as far as it animates life. Everything breathes. Okay, and if you put your ear to the tree, and you've either really have meditated long enough and deep enough, or have dropped some acid, or ate some mushrooms, you will feel the breath of the tree. Everything has a rhythm, and in and out, breathing. That's the air element. And that's usually often associated with the spirit, right? The air element is sort of the spirit. It's the Brahman moving in and out of its own creation. Really, really beautiful. And then you have the earth element. So to be in balanced, to be in harmony, is to look at you are the four elements. You are the five elements, right? You are it. So then anytime you have disease or sickness, you're troubled, you can't really, you're constipated, you have a headache, and I'll give you an example right now, a very immediate example. You have a headache, you're not feeling well. There's a sense of dis-ease, okay, resistance, not hot, disease. Dis-ease is you're not at ease, you see? So then you just say yourself, okay, well, there is an imbalance in the four elements. Or let's say the five elements, because the way you could access space is through meditation. So you can say to yourself, there is an imbalance in the five elements, and I've got to bring things back into balance. And your entire life becomes a state of coming in and out of balance and trying to balance yourself. And the more you do it, the more you get better at it, until you eventually become a Jedi. Okay? So, for example, I have been spending a lot of time in the sun today. Okay? Too much fire gave me a headache. So, as you can see, where am I sitting right now? Is I am sitting by a tree. Okay? I took the shade of the tree. I sat here, so I connected to the earth, sat on the earth fully, right? I'm sitting here, I'm barefoot and everything. So I'm getting a little bit of the earth here. I have some water with me, so I drank a little bit of water, sat down, connected with the earth, closed my eyes and hummed for, I don't know, I'm not counting anymore. I'm trying to, with the whole philosophy of living in the timeless space, I'm not counting anymore. I'm not saying how long or this. Just hummed until I no longer had the urge to hum. And then I feel balanced now. So in the sense of balance and renewed, rejuvenated energy, I got out my selfie stick and my cell phone, and again, this sense of I'm balanced now. I feel balanced. Let's make a video because I feel rejuvenated. I feel energetic. You see, just simply a recognition that I am imbalanced now. Anytime you're in a state of dis-ease, that's a headache. That's something, right? Something. As a cold, you're sneezing, something's happening, you're out of balance. So bring yourself back into balance. Ask yourself which element is causing the imbalance, too much of it, too little of it, and then bring yourself back into balance. So for me, just let's say 20 minutes ago, I had too much fire, I was getting a headache. I recognize, you've been spending too much time in the sun today, Yeah, I sun gaze in the morning for 30 minutes, and then I meditated under the sun for an hour. So, been walking around too much. Get some shade, get some water, get some space. It's meditation, cosmic energy, and I feel balanced. It's like, whoa, that's great. So now let's bring it back into the whole concept of breatharianism, of living off the prana, right? Which is something I'm striving for. It is precisely that. It is about recognizing that you are energy and you are connected to infinite energy, and that if you know what you're doing through the proper knowledge, proper utilization of the knowledge, you could be very much sustained off the elements, just off of how you connect with the elements. Okay? And that's the key to breatharianism. That's the key to eating less. That's the key to fasting. Because what are you giving up? You're giving up denser forms of living into lighter forms of living, and the pleasure from that, the state of well-being and balance and harmony, felt so good that I felt just inclined. Get out the cell phone, get out the selfie stick, let's go. I feel this rejuvenated energy. Now, what the hell happened? I was feeling tired and I had a headache, but our programming would say, well, grab some food. Okay, you grab some food. Now the food has these elements in it. It has the sun. If you grab a banana, it's got the sun element, the fire. It's got the earth. It's from the earth. It's got the air. It's left there. But not as much. It's got more the fire, the sun, and the earth. Okay, and it's got the water also, right? I mean, depending on what you're eating. If you're eating a fruit, it's got a lot of water. So that's why fruits are the highest vibrational foods. Now you could grab it. Okay, you're getting second-hand forms of certain energies, certain elements. You're not getting it directly. You see, you're not getting it directly, and you're programmed automatically to eat. When you're feeling tired or headache, and that gives you a little bit of a boost. And then there we go again, because digestion takes 50 to 70% of all your energy in your body, and the whole point is trying to feel lighter, become lighter. Okay, become a lighter being, vibrating lighter, and then you have much more energy. Just like we're trying to switch cars, from fossil fuels to solar and electric, because there's more energy output and it's more efficient. And so recognizing your greater connection with the Tao, with the elements of the Tao, of the way, and really starting to align yourself with them will enhance your energy in ways you never thought was possible. Okay, so take an average person. An average person's 5 elements are completely imbalanced, because you get the element of space. The way you can access this cosmic energy, this unbelievable infinite energy, is through sleep. This is why when you sleep you feel better. Okay, that's also why I know when I'm sleep deprived I have more cravings for food, because I think I'm programmed that I should grab more food to get energy. But actually what I need is to balance out the space element. I need to get more sleep and more meditation. You see, on days where I really like feeling sharp and everything is on point, I got enough sleep, enough meditation, I don't want to eat. I just naturally don't want to eat much. I feel sustained off the energy. So you see, it's all energy. Everything is energy. So, yeah, where was I going with this? Right, so we're trying to get lighter. We're trying to lighten up the energy. We're trying to, yeah, exactly. Just like you're switching off from fossil fuels into solar powered panels and cars and electric cars. It's just more efficient and more energy output, better for the environment, and it's less costly. So think of it the same way. And you are, so yeah, take the average person. Now I know where we're going. The average person isn't getting sleep, but most people are sleep deprived, so they're completely imbalanced in the space element. Okay, they're not getting the cosmic energy that they need to be sustained and to heal and to feel good and energetic. They're not getting that. And I said before, I did a survey. I went on a university campus one time, my old university, and I did a survey. Asked how many people ever been barefoot. Okay, like barefoot with the earth, right? Just like this. And 9 out of 10 people were shocked at the sentiment. Okay, they were just shocked that you could do this. So there goes the earth element, okay, right out of the window. And then the other way you can access the earth elements through your food. And let's face it, the average Joe is eating less than optimal food, let's say. Okay, that's I'm being generous, very generous here with my wording. And then the average person is also very dehydrated. They're not getting water, and if they are, it's not good quality, or they're not making love to it, like I said about one of my previous videos, the water experiment. So it's not the average person is very dehydrated, and the foods they're eating are making them even more dehydrated, and it's a big mess. And then the element of air. Now, if you're living in a city, you're getting less than optimal air, and nowadays we live in an indoor life, so that air, I heard one time, I think that they did even studies on this, that you are better off getting air in like the middle of a city, like in New York, like Manhattan. That's better air for you than a good ventilated house. And I see, because here the energy is flowing. It's allowed to flow even in an area that's so polluted. There's still a flow of energy. But in your house, you really have to design it well, and you'd have to live in an area that is like pretty much tropical, nice weather all year round, have windows and doors open, then you're fine. Then you got really good ventilation, natural ventilation, you're fine. But that's not the way most people live. And more people are now gravitating towards living an indoor lifestyle. So the air element is all screwed up. Most people, they breathe out of their chest, not out of their belly. It's shallow breathing patterns. So then there's no wonder that the average person is sick, diseased, tired, depressed, and feeling low on energy, and they think they need more food. That's what's funny, because the food, now they're getting all this food, you have all this energy needed to process the food, like crazy amount of energy, right? And then that makes it even worse. So there's the illusion that, I'm feeling tired, or get some food, right? That's the illusion. No, there is an imbalance in the system, in the 5 elements, and look for ways to balance it, and then you're good. Then you are energy. That's the thing. When you realize that you are energy, and then you say, well, okay, I am energy. And then whenever I'm feeling at a state of dis-ease, let me just align myself back with the elements. I just found it very interesting, because when I was switching over to eating, fruits primarily, which is what I'm currently eating, and of course on the breatharian path, I'm trying to eat less and less and less as I connect more. I'm not doing it like, I gotta eat less food or this. I'm just now sun gazing and spending most of my day in nature nowadays, right? Like most of my days spent in nature, and even though it's still like kind of cold and stuff, but it's okay. It's after experiencing really, really brutal winters, this is fine. It's getting better now. We're heading into May and everything. It's beautiful. It really is. I mean, there's still some snow you can see there, but it's beautiful, absolutely no complaints. The way I'm going on about it is just by balancing my connection with the elements, getting sustained off the prana. That's what living off the prana is. And so you're, in a way, giving up the little candy bar for the big candy bar. You see, the big candy bar is this feeling of harmony and balance and well-being, and a lot of energy. I mean, you could do lots with this energy, right? You could run around, you could walk for endlessly, and then, like I said, I've been walking for a while, but I felt there's an imbalance in the elements. So what you do is you just sit down for a bit, you fix what's the problem here. Do I need a little bit of water? Okay, get a little bit of water. Need to close my eyes, do a little humming, do a little clearing, get some space in me, get some grounding in me, get some earth elements, sit on the earth, and then you're good. I'm after this video, I'm gonna go probably be able. I feel very rejuvenated. I feel like I could walk again for quite some time before, if I feel an imbalance again, then you again fix the balance. That's the whole concept of living off the prana. You see, you have to really understand this stuff. You have to become a Jedi. You really have to become a Jedi. Okay? So this is amazing. I'm absolutely excited now that the weather is nice and everything, and I'm learning about this stuff, and I'll continue to share whatever I learn. I still feel like, and I truly mean it, I still feel like Luke Skywalker from the first Star Wars. Okay? Just a complete embarrassment, an idiot, a total student. But it's good to know that, and not kid yourself and think you're a Jedi yet. Okay, but I'm a striving Jedi, let's say. I'm a striving Jedi, and why not? Why not? You come back to nature. You connect with the elements, and the elements speak to you. They support you. They root for you. Okay, they root for you, and they tell you, "Hey, look, the sun told me." It's like, "Look, you're getting too much of me. Yeah, just lay off a little bit." But see, it's right. It's like it's right there, and I feel I'm getting a little bit chilly here. So now I need a little bit of fire. I'm starting to come out of a balance here. So I'll get a little bit of fire. That'll energize me again. And then being in nature, as soon as I walked into this, I'm in like a pretty quiet area here, pure raw nature. As soon as I walked in here, I saw progressively, like, the more and more time I spent here, the higher the prana, the higher the energy started getting. So I think the pranic living, it's necessary for you, or one of the most important things, to spend a good amount of time in pure raw nature where the prana is strong. And I can't wait for the leaves and the true spring. It hasn't been a true spring yet. Still can't hear birds, and you can hear them but not much. Can't wait for the true spring when the prana just gets like it's like Kaioken Super Saiyan, right? Like it gets multiplied by like 16 when you have like leaves and birds and all kinds of organisms and bugs and caterpillars. Oh my god, the prana is unreal. Like it's unreal. So I'm looking forward for that. So that's about it. I'll continue sharing on this. The 5 elements. It's so majestical, really. Like it's just such a majestical creation. My god, it's so beautiful and harmonious, and like it just brings tears to my eyes how beautiful it is. I could just spend my entire lifetime hanging around in nature, observing it, and I think that's what I'm gonna be doing, because what else is there to do now? This is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and it's just, yeah, it's beautiful. It really is. Anyway, guys, I would like to thank all the Patreons, all the beautiful, lovely Patreons for supporting this channel. You guys are amazing and awesome and wonderful beings, and I am so appreciative of your support. So thank you. And if you would like to support, if enough of you guys support, I could probably just honestly just do my teaching for 2 days and then like spend 5 days camping in nature. Okay, if you guys want to allow me that luxury, and then if you'd like to support, I'd appreciate anything you throw down my way, even something like $2 a month. If enough people do it, I'd be able to do that a lot more often. So thank you guys, all the love, and until next time, may the force be with you.